Ya, baiklah untuk Bapak dan Ibu sekalian dan juga tentunya kepada para tamu undangan yang kami hormati, kita akan segera untuk Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, kita akan segera memulai rangkaian acara kita pada pagi hari ini. Untuk itu kami mengundang Bapak dan Ibu bagi Anda yang masih berada di area foyer, kami mengajak Bapak dan Ibu untuk bisa memasuki area ballroom dan juga menempati kursi yang telah kami sediakan. Sekali lagi, untuk Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, bagi Anda yang masih berada di area foyer, kami undang Bapak dan Ibu untuk bisa memasuki area ballroom dan juga menempati kursi yang telah kami sediakan. Dan tanpa mengurangi rasa hormat, kami mempersilahkan Bapak dan Ibu untuk bisa mengisi kursi di bagian depan terlebih dahulu. Terima kasih.
Para hadirin, sebelum acara dimulai kami mohon perhatian Anda sejenak untuk dapat menyimak pengarahan safety briefing dari Hotel Fairmont, Jakarta. Kami persilakan.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fairmont Hotel Jakarta. My name is Erickson from the Security Department, and this morning I would like to conduct safety briefing. All right. Right now we are here at ballroom area, and absolutely inside this ballroom we have a fire protection system like smoke detector, heat detector, fire sprinkler, and public address announcement. If alarm goes off, please do not panic and stay calm in your location and listen to public address announcement. Because at the same time, our fire response team will be go to the source of the alarm for investigation. In case of emergency situation, and instruction you to evacuate from this ballroom, please prepare yourself and find the nearest emergency exit. Emergency exit is in front this ballroom. Go outside from here, turn right, straight ahead until to North Lobby area, because our assembly point in outside North Lobby area. Today we don't have fire drill, so you can enjoy your meeting. And I have the additional information like toilet location. Toilet location is front of registration desk and smoking area behind this ballroom. Go outside from here, turn right, and then turn right. And musola we have on the third floor. So you can go outside from here, turn left, and going up to the third floor. Oke, selamat pagi Bapak-Bapak, Ibu-Ibu. Selamat datang di Fairmont Hotel Jakarta. Perkenalkan, nama saya Erickson dari Security Department. Dan pagi ini saya akan menjelaskan secara singkat prosedur keselamatan bila terjadi kebakaran. Baik, sekarang kita berada di ballroom area, tepatnya di di ground floor. Dan tentu di dalam ballroom kita ini sudah kita lengkapi yang namanya pendeteksi kebakaran seperti pendeteksi asap, pendeteksi panas, alat pemadam kebakaran, juga speaker announcement. Bila terdengar ada alarm, Bapak Ibu tetap tenang di tempat dan mendengarkan instruksi dari speaker announcement kita, karena di saat yang bersamaan juga tim respon kami akan mencari tahu penyebab terjadinya alarm tersebut. Bila ada instruksi untuk evakuasi dari ballroom ini, Bapak Ibu persiapkan diri keluar dari sini, itu belok kanan aja, tinggal lurus ke sisi lobi utara, karena titik kumpul kita adanya di sisi luar lobi utara tersebut. Ya, cukup jelas. Dan juga ada informasi tambahan seperti toilet, lokasinya adanya di sisi lobi utara, itu persis di depan meja di depannya meja registrasi, itu nggak jauh dari sana. Juga untuk smoking area arahnya sama, keluar belok kanan, tepatnya di belakang ballroom ini, kanan, habis itu kanan lagi. Dan untuk musola itu ada di lantai 3, arahnya ke sana, itu ada lift, itu naik ke lantai 3, di situ ada musola. Ya, saya rasa cukup singkat dan dimengerti. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Selamat pagi.
From Fairmont Hotel Jakarta, Schneider Electric proudly present Innovation Day 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host today, Sophia Tobi.
Baiklah, selamat pagi semuanya Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, selamat pagi. Waduh, ini semangatnya tampaknya dari kubu sebelah kanan agak sedikit kurang nih. Coba nih saya mau tes sebelah kanan. Selamat pagi semuanya. Oke, sebelah kiri semuanya, selamat pagi. Coba yang di depan saya, selamat pagi. Semuanya, selamat pagi. Boleh kita berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah tentunya untuk Schneider Electric Indonesia. Berbahagia sekali bersama saya Sophia Tobing yang akan memandu rangkaian acara kita dari pagi hari hingga sore hari nanti. Dan terima kasih banyak atas kesempatan Bapak dan Ibu yang telah meluangkan waktunya. Mungkin sangat hektik di tengah-tengah pekerjaan Anda, tapi berkenan hadir untuk bisa melihat solusi dan juga inovasi-inovasi terbaru yang ditawarkan oleh Schneider Electric. Sebelum kita memulai rangkaian acara kita kali ini, izinkan saya untuk memberikan beberapa informasi. Tapi sebelumnya, Sofia mau tanya sama Bapak dan Ibu. Siapa yang tadi sudah menuju ke area Ballroom 3 untuk ke area Innovation Hub? Siapa di sini Bapak Ibu sudah ada yang menuju ke Ballroom 3? Belum ada? Oh sudah ada beberapa. Nanti kami akan memberikan kesempatan Bapak dan Ibu sekalian untuk bisa melihat inovasi-inovasi yang ditawarkan oleh Schneider Electric. Dan kami akan mengadakan berupa tour tentunya untuk Bapak dan Ibu bisa melihat inovasi-inovasi tersebut. Nanti akan ada waktunya pada saat jam makan siang dan nanti juga akan saya infokan. Tapi sebelumnya saya juga ingin bertanya Bapak dan Ibu di sini sudah download My Schneider App semuanya? Sudah download? Nah ini penting banget. Kalau misalnya Bapak dan Ibu mendownload My Schneider Apps, ini chance untuk bisa mendapatkan hadiah undian door prize adalah 100%. Jadi jangan lupa untuk Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, wajib sekali mendownload My Schneider Apps. Karena nanti kalau misalnya ketika kami raffle dan juga nama Bapak Ibu yang keluar, nanti Bapak dan Ibu harus membawa bukti bahwa Anda sudah mendownload My Schneider Apps di handphone atau juga di gadget Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Jadi dipastikan dari sekarang Bapak dan Ibu sudah mendownload My Schneider Apps. Dan selain itu juga untuk Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, kami juga akan memberikan hadiah undian door prize spesial. Ada 4 hadiah undian door prize. Yang pertama ada voucher belanja sebesar 1 juta rupiah. Dan juga kami memberikan ada coffee machine. Dan juga ada Google Home. Dan yang terakhir ini dia hadiah yang tidak kalah spesial adalah DJI Osmo Pocket. Kira-kira siapakah yang beruntung kali ini? Makanya ikuti terus rangkaian acara kita hingga usai sampai nanti sore. Jadi jangan kemana-mana Bapak dan Ibu. Karena narasumber yang kami hadirkan kali ini, para pakarnya tentunya mereka adalah spesialis di bidangnya masing-masing. Dan Bapak dan Ibu pasti akan banyak sekali mendapatkan beragam informasi yang sangat bermanfaat untuk perusahaan dan juga bisnis Anda. Baik, tanpa berpanjang lama lagi, kita akan segera memulai rangkaian acara kita pada pagi hari ini. Tapi tentunya untuk menyapa kehadiran Bapak dan Ibu sekalian pada pagi hari ini, langsung saja I would like to invite, boleh kita berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah tentunya untuk Country President of Schneider Electric, Mr. Xavier Denoly. Please, Mr. Xavier.
Terima kasih, selamat pagi. How is everybody? Good? Okay, it's my honor and pleasure to be here with you today. We are launching a series of 2 innovation days. This day is our innovation day related to data center, and tomorrow we'll have another one related, more focused on the building area. So welcome and thank you for your time, dear users, dear partners. It's always a pleasure for us to have you with us. So what I will talk today to you is the megatrends, the overall environment and the context, in order to set the stage for our innovation days. Before I go into the details of my presentation, I just want to say that we are living very challenging and exciting times. I have been in this industry for quite a number of years, and I have not seen so much opportunities, changes, challenges than what I have in the past few years, and we probably think that is going to be even exponential for the future. Schneider Electric has been involved in energy management and industrial automation for years. We have been in this business for in all countries around the world, and we have accumulated a very large expertise and segment knowledge of what we do in those two facilities. So power and automation have been, if you want, the backbone of Schneider for years and years. Of course, our industry is changing thanks to digital. Digital is bringing an array of new possibilities, new capabilities to every single business. So what we are doing here at Schneider Electric, and that will be the subject of my talk, we are combining the best of digital with the best of expertise that we have accumulated around the world. And this is really something super exciting. There is no digital without power. When power is gone, everything is gone. At Schneider, we call this, when power is on, we call this life is on. Basically, no electricity in today's world means no progress, very simply. At the same time, it's completely natural today to work and live in an environment where digital comes first. It started with our own private lives. All of you are on social networks, having digital communication, using a lot of software. But the new trend is that this is bleeding into every single business. Power feeds digital, and digital allows power to be more efficient, more reliable, more secure. So these two worlds go together and converge. When you hear the wordings IoT, Internet of Things, it's basically the convergence between the IT technology and the OT technology, operation technology, information technology. These two are not separated anymore. And in the world that you evolve in, the world of data center, you are positioned in probably what is going to be the hottest place to be in terms of convergence because of the increased need and usage of data. The talk here is powering and digitizing the economy. The present is digital. This might seem like obvious to you, but basically what we see today is all the new involvement, new evolutions in technology are coming fast, and more importantly, are being adopted very, very fast by all the players. So here we talk artificial intelligence, we talk big data, and we talk Internet of Things. That's the present today. And maybe the bold idea, the one that we present at Schneider Electric, is the future is electric. Electricity has been around for years and years and years, but we are absolutely convinced that this is going to be the main vector for human progress in the coming decades. IT will be the biggest energy consumption center by 2030. It's getting close today, but it will be, through data centers, the biggest consumption of electricity on the planet. There are lots of transformations also in the production mix. As you all know, the way we have been living until now is not sustainable for the long term. We cannot continue to progress and at the same time destroy the planet we live in. We only have one planet, right? There is no planet B, right? So there will be no successful progress for humankind without at the same time being able to deliver the comfort, the services that everybody deserves to get, and at the same time using less of the resources of the planet. Said differently, we have to solve the equation of doing more with less. And that's the journey we have been embarked, all of us, for quite some time. And we are very proud at Schneider to say that we have a significant part to play, along with our partners, to solve this equation. So solar will come big time. Electrical vehicle is going to be also a main changer. Imagine if 50% of the vehicles that we use worldwide were electric powered. That would be great for the planet, but that would be also a huge consumption on the networks. So we have to produce that energy from somewhere. In Indonesia, we are no different. I'm going to say also we are even ahead of the game on many instances. Indonesia ambitions to be part of the top largest world economies by 2030. Said differently, tomorrow. We're already 2019. 2030 is only 11 years away. So of course the challenge is huge. This is a great ambition to have. But there will be no ambition like this without sustainable power for everybody, a very strong and robust infrastructure, and making the best of digital transformation. Sustainable power for all is basically the challenge given to PLN for us, but not only PLN, all the power producers around the country need to be able to deliver clean energy in sufficient volume to be able to power the economy. So that's challenge number one. Challenge number two is infrastructure. At the speed at which this economy is growing, we need better everything. We need better roads, better airports, better seaports, better data centers, better communication networks, better factories, in order to be able to achieve this objective, provide jobs for the newer generations coming into the marketplace, and to be at par with the development of the various countries around the world. Digital transformation, one of the characteristics of the country, there's two, is very big population, 265 million, relatively young population, well equipped in smart devices as a whole. Basically, we already have the basic foundations for great communication, great usage of these tools for business purposes, great data generation, data usage, that's for the cloud and data centers. Making Indonesia 4.0 is another development which is ongoing. It's making Indonesia an industrialized country. Basically having top-notch industries in selected segments using digital as the way to be best in class in terms of efficiency, reliability, and sustainability. At Schneider, the vector that we use to be able to achieve this is called eco-structure. That's Schneider Electric's answer and proposal to the various segments to manage the equation of how to best utilize today the capacities of digital to power the industry by large. EcoStructure is at the same time a technical platform. We will go into details later. It's using the expertise that we have accumulated for years and years in the main market segments that we are covering. Consumer packaged goods, oil and gas, mining, data center, machines, you name it, building. It's a community of knowledge. So here, knowledge management is key. It's not only Schneider Electric, obviously. Schneider Electric alone cannot do it. It's Schneider Electric with all its partners. And it has been a characteristic compared to the rest of the market. Schneider, for years and years, has always worked with partners. And partners for us mean people who are capable of distributing, of course, the offer that Schneider has to put on the market, capable of doing some integration of these devices by adding usually software layers or integration capabilities onto the systems. It would be through OEMs and contractors going to the market for the final users. So it's a community of knowledge, and our aim is to animate the knowledge of everyone and to have a positive sum of all these knowledges put together. And it's life cycle tools, which is basically from design to maintenance. How do we make sure that the process is seamless between project design all the way to project execution, to operation, and finally to maintenance. This is EcoStructure. So first, the platform, the technical solution, is relatively simple to present in theory. In practice, you will see in the marketplace. But it all resides on 3 layers. The first layer is what we call connected products. Connected products is basically all the traditional devices that all the users are having, except that all of those are equipped with connection capabilities. So all the new products that you can buy or source from a company like Schneider Electric today come naturally with some connectability. It was not the case in previous generations. But the good news is that there's today many simple ways of rendering the non-connected connected. So first, have all the products, electrical products, doing motor control, doing electrical distribution and protection, doing business or building management, doing all of these things, safety. All of these have the capability today to get connected to an upper layer. This upper layer is what we call level 2, and it's edge control. It's the capacity that an operator in a data center, in an industrial factory, to be able to locally gather all the data generated on the ground floor, put this available to the local control and command center, and to be able to act locally without latency, and to be able to intervene on the process or on the system. Then all of those can be gathered. So edge control is really for short-term management of the operations. If we are capable of gathering a lot more data that gives information about the context, information about the temperature, information about the vibrations, the aging of the existing installations, etc., we can go to an upper level, which is basically software only this time, and it's to be able to generate some analytics, some services, and generate facilities such as predictive maintenance to be capable of giving information to the leaders to make better business decisions. So the important thing to remember, and I think this is the most important message, is we do not, all of us, we do not do digital just because it's fashionable. We do not do digital because that's what everybody else does. We do digital because it is the best way of providing meaningful information to the decision makers and make better decisions. That's why we do it. What matters is not the how, what matters is the intent. Of course, when it's connected, etc., we need to have some openness because it's almost very rare that we start from completely a green field. It happens, but it's not the majority. Most of the installations that we have, that we power with EcoStruxure, are existing installations that are being expanded, upgraded, and EcoStruxure being an open platform, we have the capability of sitting on top of existing installations without having to basically destroy everything and redo, right? That's the power of it, openness. And finally, because, of course, there's communication, cybersecurity is key, and it's embedded into every single layer of the communication that we use in order to provide the best level of protection possible to all the networks. EcoStruxure is basically designed as a generic architecture, as you can see here, to serve 4 markets. The markets being the building market, the data center, industry markets, and infrastructure. It's not the same deal to be able to control, monitor, manage, let's say, a food and beverage plant, a Coca-Cola plant, than to manage a data center or to manage a hospital. Essentially, it's still all about electricity and digitization, but fundamentally there are some very specific expectations market by market. No? So the way Schneider is doing it is to say we have designed this generic architecture, 3-level, and we have 6 domains of expertise. The 6 domains are EcoStruxure Power, for electric power management, how to get quality electricity, not only volume and quantity, but also quality. EcoStruxure Building is basically a set of software, services, and hardware in order to be able to manage a building management systems being the most famous ones, to control the HVAC, to control the security, the access, the lifts, all the utilities inside the building. EcoStruxure IT, that's the heart of the decision for today, is basically to be able to manage in an efficient manner a data center by combining efficiency, security of power in order to be able to power the data center on 24/7 and manage the cooling that goes with it. Machine and plant are more for the industrial activities. So machine is, for example, for the pump manufacturers, lift manufacturers. EcoStruxure plant would be for process, for example, oil and gas, Pertumbuhan for us. And finally, EcoStruxure grid is mostly designed for electrical utilities, PLN for us, but it can also expand to large industrial sites that act as one, let's say, mini grid. What we have put in it is millions of software code, but powered by the knowledge that we have gained over the years, or the expertise by segment. And as I mentioned before, we have worked a lot on all of these segments, and we are very proud to say that we power most of the big leaders into these segments, and of course, data center is one of them. What we have been doing has been to develop, if you want, the backbone, the brains of this system. It's an open system in which we have embarked all the big names of digital companies like Microsoft, Accenture, Capgemini, IBM, etc. We have used, if you want, their technology. We have used their expertise, for example, for cybersecurity, to provide at all times the best level of protection possible. But also, that's for the upstream, but for the downstream, in the delivery of the solution to our customers, as I mentioned before, we do not work alone. We work with lots of developers, system integrators, so this is the world of partners. You will discover on the marketplace something brand new that has been introduced worldwide 2 days ago. It's called Schneider Electric Exchange, and it's basically a platform which is completely open for all developers, integrators, to be able to position, publish, promote their solutions, and access to new markets worldwide. We believe it's the way to go. It's called Schneider Electric Exchange, and it's really, really innovative. So I encourage you to go and take a look at it. It's brand new. This week in Europe, in Germany very specifically, there is the biggest event in the industry, which is called the Hannover Messe, which is basically a huge business fair in which Schneider Electric Exchange is being launched. It started on Monday, right? So brand new, and we have it also for Indonesia. Finally, it's an integrated software approach. Basically, one of the big deficiencies today that we see in the systems is you have one engineering office, one set of consultants doing the design of a project. Then it's passed on to another set of people who are going to be, let's say, the people who are going to put it into place, so the builders. Then you will have another set of people, different companies sometimes, who are going to operate the system, right? And finally, you have a final set of people who are going to maintain it. One of the biggest inefficiencies that we have experienced, we all experience, is the lack of efficiency in the data transfer, the loss in translation. When we hand over 3 years later, or we try to find where were the original design for the projects, we can't find it. It's all paper-based. EcoStruxure is essentially working on delivering digital twins in order to modelize completely an application, a data center, from the onset, from the design stage, in a CapEx if you want, and this digital twin can be transferred and channeled throughout the cycle all the way to maintenance. So this is the power of digital. It allows us to do many things we couldn't do before, to have a seamless translation from design to maintenance without having to redesign the whole system or find the missing data. Of course, it has to be productive in the end because it's an investment. It has to be with a return on investment. And basically what we see is very significant energy efficiency. This is the biggest, let's say, addition to the cost of electricity, or let's say the bill. Energy efficiency. You can do the same thing with about 30% less in terms of consumption. Therefore, less power needs to be produced. Therefore, better for the planet. Productivity, that's mostly for industrial sites, up to 50% by making sure that we maximize the uptime of the installations. No downtime because of a faulty transformers or a faulty circuit breaker or faulty UPS, or you name it. Reliability and safety. This is something which I think is very exciting. Using augmented reality these days, and you can see this in the show, we can now access all the parameters of an electrical system without even having to open the door of the cabinet. We can access all the parameters and make a diagnostic on the current state of the installation just wirelessly. So no touching means no risk of shock for the operators, therefore increase of safety. No need as well to power off the installation to be able to do some basic checkpoint. So it's really, really something which is new thanks to digital, of course. And the sustainability, we are aiming at minimizing, going all the way down to zero emission. Schneider has committed as a company to be carbon neutral by 2030. And we are well on the path to doing it. Thank you very much. This was to set the context. Now, in line with the theme of the day, we are going to zoom more into what's happening in the data center space. Basically, it's one of the elements of what I've just presented. And for this, I will welcome my colleague, Jana, who is in charge of the secure power business for Schneider Electric. Welcome, Jana. Thank you.
Thank you.